let's chat about worry. So many people spend a lot of time worrying. In fact, worry might be an undercurrent that runs through your mind all the time. But what does worry really do? Everybody feels like it does something. Like if I worry about it, I'm actively doing something to help the situation, even though it's the reverse. Worrying about it is putting energy toward the thing that you don't want. When you worry about something, you are focused on the outcome that is not the one that you want. You might focus on lots of outcomes that are not the outcomes that you want through worry. We feel like we're actively doing something when we're worrying, and it often comes when we can't do anything else. So there are times when you can be taking an action, and if you're too worried, you probably get into a freeze state, right? We have that fight, flight, freeze state. A lot of times when we are too worried, we'll go into a freeze state, and then you're not able to take the actions that you need to take that would allow the thing that you're worried about to not happen, right? So worry isn't helpful in any way. People think that by worrying about something, they are actively playing out all these different scenarios in their mind, which is allowing them to plan for the things that might happen. People want to be prepared for all the potentials that might happen. But when you are worrying about something, you are putting energy into those potentials becoming real, into those potentials coming out in reality. And that isn't what you want to do. We want to put all of our attention toward the thing that we want to happen. And if something goes wrong, we can always handle it. But we like to worry about things. It's like a pastime. And it's almost like there's some kind of a pride in struggle. Life is full of challenges. And so we're all going to have those challenges that we hit up against. But I don't feel like we should take pride in the struggle in the way that it brings more struggle to life. And I think that's what tends to happen is that it's not like when we have gone through some big challenge and we have overcome it, that's a beautiful thing, right? We've overcome this challenging situation. But I think what a lot of people do is they take pride in the struggle in the way that they feel like the struggle is necessary. I must struggle to be worthy of of the outcome that I want, the outcome that I got. I must struggle because it's not fair if I don't struggle and other people had to struggle, so I have to struggle too. I must struggle so that people will see how hard it was, and so they'll know that I deserved it because I had to struggle to get there. Um, I think we I think we look at it all wrong, right? Do you want to struggle? Do you? I don't want to struggle. I don't want to go through struggles now. I have gone through some big challenges. I have overcome some big challenges for sure. And that's the thing about life is those aren't going to stop. You're going to still have challenges. You don't need to add to the struggle by the mental activity of worry. All that does is adds to something being hard. It adds to the struggle and it puts you more likely into that fight, flight, or freeze state, right? Imagine things how you want them to be. Imagine things going better than you could imagine. How can I imagine things going better than I can imagine? Just as an exercise, imagine fun things that could pop up that would be unexpected, that would give you the thing that you need. Don't insist on it being this one way. And I think sometimes we do that. We're like, no, it has to come through this channel. It has to be this way. And it has to be hard. I have to struggle for it. We really value hard work in our society. I have gone back and forth with this one a little bit. The idea of hard work. It's not something I like to say very often because I think when you talk about hard work, the focus is on hard. And a lot of times work is stuff that people don't want to do, but they have to do anyway, right? I feel like, what if the work was really fun? Like the work that I do, I love doing. It's really fun to do. It's enjoyable to me. I find it fascinating. So I could work diligently. I could work persistently, but I don't want to think of it as being hard. And I guess I'm changing my association with the word work a little bit too, because I like to think of it as the work that I do in the world and not like my job. When we think about work and job, a lot of times it's like it comes from somebody else and it's on you and you have to do it versus I want to put my work out into the world, which is like from my heart, right? So I have this thing that I want to create in the world and I'm putting it out there. I'm kind of moving around my associations with the idea of work a little bit. And for a long time, I did not like to use the word hard work because that just seems hard. And I don't want it to be hard. It doesn't mean it has to be easy and effortless, but maybe it could feel enjoyable instead of hard. Maybe it could feel fun. I don't know. But back to worry, I think there's a badge of honor that people feel for worrying. I worried the most. That means I care the most. But maybe if you cared the most, maybe you would imagine or picture the person or the situation in its best possible light to help move forces in that direction, to help the energy flow in that direction instead of toward the thing that you're worried about. Not everything you worry about is going to come to pass, for sure. And not everything you imagine is going to come to pass. But the more mental energy that you spend, that you expend thinking about something, the more you shape reality in that direction, intentionally or unintentionally. People sometimes talk about manifestation, like, oh, manifestation is not working for me. Manifestation is just something that's always in play. It's always going. It doesn't mean all the good stuff. It means what is the outcome? What did you get? What happened, right? That's the manifestation, is whatever happened in the end, good or bad. Don't put extra energy into worry. Put that energy instead into faith. Faith that things are going to work out, even if you can't see it. That was day 9 of my 30 days of YouTube challenge to help me take that mountain of YouTube and turn it into a molehill. So tomorrow I'll be a third of the way through. Not too bad. If you have gotten anything from any of the things that I'm saying, please let me know so that I can know where to focus my attention and energies here. And I would just like to get to know you. I don't like the shallowness of a lot of social media. I want to have conversations with people. I want to connect with people. And on that note, I do have a community. It's called Living the Game of Life. I am putting out a 100th anniversary edition of Florence Scovel Shinn's The Game of Life and How to Play It a little later this year. And my Living the Game of Life community is barely started. There's not very many people in there because I haven't really invited people in yet. And so come on in. Let's have some conversations. We'll be having some connection calls where we can actually talk to each other, because that's what I want, is to actually talk to people and have conversations with people and not just feel like this is a one-way street and I don't know who I'm talking to. that feels awkward and weird. I want to know who's on the other end. What are you like? Who are you? I want to know more about you. So comment down below or join me over in the Living the Game of Life community. Thanks so much for being here. See you next time. Bye.